We finally have our first look at what the completed Star Wars land will look like at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. We'll examine it up next. Hi there Waltoners, I'm Jack, this is DSNY Newscast. Go ahead and subscribe down below so you never miss an update. And now let's get to the news. So with D23 Expo kicking off a mere hours away, Bob Chapek, the chairman of Parks and Resorts for Disney, gave exclusive press access to the Star Wars Pavilion, a Galaxy of Stories. And at the centerpiece of this pavilion is a massive, incredibly detailed, scaled model of the completed 14-acre Star Wars land at both Disneyland and Disney's Hollywood Studios. We know that this model represents what Disney are calling a village on the outer rim of the galaxy, to allow Disney enough room as possible to bring in overlapping Star Wars canon if they want to in the future. But it does seem that it will be set firmly in the New Era franchise, as mentions of the First Order are used instead of the Empire. It also confirms many things that we've speculated about Star Wars Land as well, and that is that Disney are going to be using the mountainous landscape as a facade to hide the huge show buildings to house the Millennium Falcon and the Battle Escape attraction. Additionally, Disney have two distinct themes running throughout the land. One being a more sparse environment that is reminiscent of Tatooine with the architecture of the buildings, and the other side of the land where we presume the Resistance is based, in a greener, more overgrown forested environment. But one thing really stands out in this model, and that's the scale of these buildings, as they will tower over the guests and will create a whole new level of immersion. As with all of the side streets and alleys, this will mean you won't be able to see parts of the outside world, with this seeming to be one of the entrances into the land, presumably from Critter Country over at Disneyland, and then this being the location of the other entrance from where Big Thunder Trail is. One thing hasn't been answered from this massive scale model, and that is how the two lands will differ at Disneyland and Disney's Hollywood Studios, as we know that these two lands, despite them both being 14 acres and having the same attractions, the layout of the respective lands will be slightly different. But that's not all, as we've also got our first glimpse of the trackless ride vehicle from the First Order Battle Escape attraction that will carry up to 8 guests per vehicle and will be driven by an astromech droid that will know the map of the First Order ship and will have all of the important security codes, which is where the adventure will likely ensue. So more than likely you'll see the same level of interaction that you have within Star Tours with this astromech droid. And that's it for this video, and congratulations to the DSNY Newscast pin winners from the last 2 videos. And now it's over to you, the Waltoneers, as this Saturday at D23 Expo's Disney Parks panel will surely find out the finalised name of Star Wars Land at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. But I would like to get your best suggestion for what you would like to call Star Wars Land. And don't forget to put the Hidden Mickey timestamp with your suggestion to qualify to win one of these DSNY Newscast pins. And with that being said, I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.